Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga etc. and I'm here today to bring you the review for My Hero Academia Manga Chapter 300. When I just looked at it, because I didn't know what number it was on, I just looked at it right now. I was like, 300? I was like, oh, wow. Milestone. We're in Chapter 300. But let's talk about what happens within Chapter 300. So we're basically still in the aftermath of this Great War. And the war itself, although I said in the past that the war was slow paced, everything was happening at a very slow pace. Gigs getting to Shiggy took ages, and I'm pretty sure I said other things took ages as well. So I really need to go back and see how this arc feels when you can binge it. But without a doubt, the after effects of this war is having a big effect on like the world, and I can see this, and I can see this without a doubt, no doubt. I can't deny it. And within this chapter, we basically see that because of the prison breaks, because of the two prison breaks, we have loads of villains. There's a gang within this chapter. I think there's a minor gang, but we have loads of people out of prison now, and now this is causing trouble. I'm not gonna say, I was gonna say chaos, but no, I think that's too strong of a word. It's causing trouble, especially when we're coming off of this war. I think it said that 2 days has passed. So coming off this war, you still got, like, even if it's just minor, but it's still causing trouble. It's just kind of a lot. And then we see now, because of the words of Dabby, kind of breaking the trust that civilians have within heroes. Heroes are taking matters into their own hands. And it's also mentioned that there's like people now selling weapons to normal civilians so they can take matters into their own hands. See, this is how much the world has just been shaken over a few words from Dabby, true or not true. Just the fact that he spoke, causing a bit of fear in the public. And I can understand this. If you lose faith in something you choose to protect you, then you're gonna take matters into your own hands. And again, that's kind of reminiscent of the real world. Most people don't have faith in the police, so they kind of somewhat, do what they have to do what they have to do to protect themselves. So world life similarities. I was gonna say scenarios, similarities right there, and I can respect that. So another way we see that how this has shaken the world within the series is how within this chapter we have, I think, because it said other heroes are following suit as well. So we have a hero who's basically retired. The events of the war shaken him so much that he had to retire, and he made a public announcement about his retirement. Like, sorry guys, but I just can't do this, can't do it no more. And this was the number 9 hero that was making this announcement, and then rightly so, you have members of the crowd like, yo, like, that's cowardly. Like, I used to respect you, like, and now you're doing this. Like, how dare you, kind of vibe. And I'm on the bandwagon of agreeing with this. I can understand that he's been shaken, but at the end of the day, you're supposed to be a hero. You retiring is not helping. You're supposed to be helping, but now you're not doing it right now. So I can understand where the civilians are coming from, without a doubt. No doubt, I am a civilian. But there is probably stuff that I don't know that the heroes are feeling that would make me more so understand where they're coming from as well if I was a hero and I was in their shoes. But for me right now, I'm back in the civilians. Yeah, you coward. Basically, we were told in this chapter that heroes, because of all of this, was dropping suit. But the reason why I like that this was mentioned within this chapter is more so because it reinforces my vision that I had. I remember when I mentioned previously about how this is shaking real life heroes. This needs to, when we go back to the heroes, when they go back to school, I need to see how this has affected them, because for right now, all we have seen is Class A go to the hospital to see if Bakugo, Shoto, and Deku's okay. I need to know how this has affected them on a personal level, and if not one of them is considering dropping out of school, I think that's a fail. Someone needs to be considering dropping out of school. I don't mind if they are convinced otherwise, because you know at the end of the day, this is a story and we want the good thing. But realistically, multiple members of Class A and Class B and the other years should be considering dropping out of school. Some of them should drop out of school, and some of them I'm not. I'm fine, more than fine with being convinced not to drop out of school. That needs to happen without a doubt. After that, oh yeah, before that, actually, I want to mention that how we see Hero Killer Stain in this chapter. So he's going to be making a return as well. And now I mentioned previously about how recycling old villains, I'm still within that thought process. I still agree that you shouldn't recycle old villains. There are like there are certain scenarios where I would find it acceptable, but for the most part, I'm not for it. But I am more for Hero Killer Stain coming back than Overhaul coming back, and that's probably because I like the Hero Killer Stain arc more than the Overhaul arc. Last thing to mention that I want to mention about this chapter is the whole thing where we go back to the Shoto family, or the Todoroki family. That family, we see Endeavor, and he's basically just saying that, yo, like, my son's alive. I know he's doing bad things, but I'm not going to be able to bring myself to kill him. And I think I definitely mentioned that how I feel that Shoto is in the mindset of he has to kill him. But I don't remember if I ever said maybe Shoto feels that way because he knew that his dad was not gonna be able to be up to the task of doing it, not be able to bring himself up to doing it. But that's kind of where I'm thinking now. I feel like Shoto knew that his dad wasn't gonna be able to do it, so that's why he's thinking this now. So we end off the chapter and we have the mum who couldn't bring herself to be around the whole family for some time, mostly Endeavor, has now appeared to talk about their family and Dabby. And now maybe what she has to say will bring some sympathy for us, the audience, on Dabby's part. I'm doubting it, but it is possible. But we'll see how that goes out after we have this talk, probably within the next chapter or definitely chapters to come. I'm going to give this chapter a 3-star rating. Actually, I'm going to give it a 4 because I'm really liking the after effects of this war. The after effects of the war could possibly get a 5-star rating if they do what I say they should do with the kids. So, I want it so bad. Like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. But most importantly, take care. Have a nice day.